Bringing crime into focus around Missouri, police in Kansas City say an officer shot and killed a man who returned to the scene of a crime. It happened just after midnight. Police say the man had a gun, forced his way into a home and stole a car. He came back to the house while officers were looking into the theft. Police say the man ran away and struggled with an officer, and that's when the officer fired his gun, shooting and killing the man. The officer was not hurt. In Rolla, a man is in jail tonight accused of shooting out the window of a church. He's being accused of burglary. Rolla police say it happened yesterday morning just after 7 at Green Tree Christian Church. Officers tracked down the man thanks to church surveillance video. They arrested him after a 2-hour standoff. Prosecutors have not officially charged him. In weather coverage tonight, 2 people are dead and nearly 30 people are hurt after a reported tornado ripped through El Reno, Oklahoma late last night. El Reno is about 30 minutes west of Oklahoma City. Rachel Garrison, who survived the storm, describes her experience.
I heard it coming after everything was over with and all the shaking and jarring and everybody landing on the floor. The sirens went off.
These guys have been working their tail off now. I mean, we've gone through situation after situation after situation, and they have gone nonstop. During the flooding, they had over 40-something boat rescues.
You just heard El Reno Mayor Matt White describe what first responders in the area are dealing with after a week of storms and floods. Meg Oliver shows us the destruction in El Reno.
The deadly tornado tore through El Reno late Saturday, demolishing a motel and ripping through a mobile home park. At least 2 fatalities were reported. Survivors describe the destruction in this town about 25 miles west of Oklahoma City.
I looked out straight out the window, which was busted, and saw my neighbor's trailer rolling over.
When we got up, the whole house was overturned.
We had a lot of patrons on the patio, and we started seeing tents overturned, chairs overturned.
El Reno Mayor Matt White said many of the people living in the mobile park are Hispanic and don't speak English, making rescue efforts more complicated.
We are more than a community. We are a family. We're going to overcome this.
White said more than 24 people were taken to hospitals, some undergoing surgery.
It's a very trying time for us, and we're going to get through it.
The National Weather Service said the tornado was an EF3 with winds up to 165 miles an hour. At its widest point, it was 75 yards. The twister was on the ground for just over 2 miles and lasted 4 minutes. Meg Oliver, CBS News.
And the town is no stranger to this kind of devastation. In 2013, a tornado near El Reno killed 8 people, including a storm chaser. And in Arkansas, waters are rising as people along the Arkansas River prepare for catastrophic flooding. Marcus Bobo is one of those people. He lives in Fort Smith and says water has come up to his house, but it's never made its way inside until now.
The emotions just all over the wall, all over the place. I've had family, friends, church members just come over and lend their time and hand. I've gone to help other people, and this neighborhood has been great, helping one another, and we're all trying to do what we can to at least try and save what we can.
Many people in this neighborhood say they're overwhelmed by the support of their neighbors. They also say their thoughts are with those who are dealing with worse damage. And if flooding wasn't enough, a big concern for homeowners in Arkansas, the wildlife in the water. Homeowners say they've spotted dozens of snakes coming up looking for dry ground. In Missouri, people across the state are working to clean up after strong storms hit Monday and Wednesday nights. Right now in Jefferson City, inspectors are tagging buildings, determining which ones are safe to go into. An EF3 tornado hit the capital city Wednesday. The storm also did damage in Eldon, Missouri. That same night, 3 people died in Golden City in the southwest part of the state when storms blew through. Carl Junction was also hit Wednesday night. Red Cross volunteers are working to make sure people in the Joplin and Golden City area get help. Happening around the region.
It's a unique environment down here, and everybody's just down here to have fun and have a good time.
Well, this weekend signifies the unofficial start of summer, and many are taking advantage of the sunshine at Lake of the Ozarks. Lexi Petrovic shows us people come from all over to enjoy what Lake of the Ozarks has to offer.
The Lake of the Ozarks.
It's a great way to start the summer.
A place full of boats,
restaurants, and great company.
The lake, the weather, the people. I live here full time and the people are just awesome.
Following a hard week of dealing with the aftermath of tornadoes that didn't hit too far from the lake.
There's a lot of things going on up north a little bit, but I think coming down here is a really easy way to get just a good escape and come down here and just have a good time.
Many spent Saturday enjoying the sunshine.
With the forecast the way it looked coming into the weekend, we were a little concerned, but boy, it's been great so far, and we're looking forward to another couple days.
For some, it was their first time seeing what the tourist hotspot was all about.
This is my grandson, my first grandson, and my son came down, so it's his first time at the lake.
Day Dogs manager Luke Hagedorn says Memorial Day weekend is always busy with people from all over.
A ton of Iowa folks, Illinois, a lot of Cornhuskers out of Nebraska, Kansas. You see all kinds of different driver's licenses when you're checking IDs.
Hagedorn says the lake is unlike anywhere else.
You can boat to restaurants, you can boat to your house. It's a unique environment down here, and everybody's just down here to have fun and have a good time.
That was Lexi Petrovic reporting. Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds voters to never drive impaired and to make sure all passengers under age of 7 are wearing a life jacket. Turning to your Memorial Day forecast now, Jamie, can we keep the party going tomorrow?
Well, weather-wise, it looks like we're looking pretty good for that last day of the holiday weekend. But once we get back to work, we're back to that same stormy pattern that we've been putting up with. Look at the storm chances in your forecast next.